Okay, so the task that we're going to accomplish in order to give the context module a spin is doing what we just did to display the related product block in the right sidebar, but only on review pages. The context configuration page can be found in structure and context. It doesn't come with any context, so we're going to add one. And don't worry just yet if you haven't wrapped your mind around the idea of a context. Really, by creating our first context, it will become a lot less abstract. So the idea of the context module is deceptively simple. We've been talking about various contexts throughout this series already. A context in which a view mode is used, for example, or where an image style is used. We separate what we're going to do based on the context that we're in. So what the context module does is allow us to trigger certain actions, in this case displaying a block, when certain criteria are met. And in this case, it's when we're on a review node page. And that's really all there is to it. It's a collection of conditions and reactions. The conditions being the circumstances that we're in for the context to take place, and the reactions being what we actually do as a result of being in those circumstances. It's important to understand this when we get to this first setting where we create a name for this context. This context is any review node pages. So we're going to name this review node pages. Notice that we need to use a machine name, which is lowercase letters and underscores. For the description, we can use natural English though, so I'm going to type review node pages. Now if we scroll down, we have a set of conditions and a set of reactions, and this toggle switch that allows us to require all conditions. In this case, we're only going to have one condition, so this setting doesn't really matter, but you'll get a sense of where this setting applies as you start to layer conditions. So first, let's select our condition, which is node type. So again, we want this to display just on review node types, so we're going to check that. And this set on node form means that this will come into play when we're on the node edit form. We don't really want that to happen. We just want to display it when someone's looking at the node itself. So we'll set that to no, and that's it for the conditions side of things. For the reactions, we're going to display a block, so we're going to select blocks here. But notice that we have several other options here too. In the future, if you have some time, you might want to explore those. So I'm going to click blocks. Now this user interface isn't particularly intuitive. It's pretty easy to use once you get a sense of how it works though. Later on in this series, we're going to use the admin module along with the context UI that comes along with it. And that provides an alternate interface that's a bit more intuitive that you can use right in line with the content to get a sense of how things will look and to place things just right. So we want to put our block in the sidebar second, but we can't click add here now. It won't do anything. We actually have to select the blocks that we want to display there first. So the block again is called related product in sidebar. So I'll check that, and then I'll check the sidebar second here. So now we have our condition, we have our reaction, and we can click save and have it be done. So the final step is to disable our block in the default block configuration page. So I'm going to structure and blocks. I'm going to scroll down to sidebar second here. And for related product in sidebar, I'm going to select none. And then I'll scroll down and click save blocks. And let's take a look at our work. I'm going to exit out of this. And when this page refreshes, you don't notice any difference. But we did disable it in the blocks configuration page. So it's clear that there's some other mechanism coming into play, which is context, that's now displaying this block for us.